Give it up. Suspend your credibility for the Rock Bottom Remainders. Yes.
The best things in life are free. You could keep all the pretendies. I need money. I need money. Your love give me such a thrill, but your love don't pay no bills.
I think I'm here just to see what will come, and to have an experience that's outside the usual run. You know, Amy Tanner said it best. She's going to sing with the band, and she said writing is a very solitary occupation. It's a very inward occupation, and if you're a person who's gregarious and has sort of a bent for performance, you don't get a chance to indulge that very much in our business. So this came along, and I thought, well, yeah, all right, give it a shot.
You know, when you're on a book tour, the media escort says, okay, Dave, now we're going to go to the top of the building and we're going to walk off the ledge. But don't worry, because at the bottom there will be, you know, a giant pillow. You would do that. So Kathy said, Dave, we're going to be in a band with Stephen King and Robert Fulton and Amy Tan and Ridley Pearson. I said, sure, I'm happy to do it. A lot more has gone into this than I think, for example, the Normandy invasion, to name another major event that's occurred.
The idea for the Rock Bottom Remainders came to me sort of gradually over the last year. I noticed that of all the many authors I'd worked with driving around San Francisco on media tours, occasionally there would be one who was really special and really seemed to be what I would call a rock and roller.
It's like Niagara Falls. Slowly I turned, step by step, inch by inch. We were roped into this thing.
When you're a writer, you're just in the communication business. I mean, all of it's communications arts. And being up there on stage, you get to do all the things you don't get to do when you're stuck in front of a word processor for 10 hours a day. It's sort of like being released from jail, maybe like day work from jail. Yeah!
Have you heard the news? There's good rockin' tonight. I'm gonna hold my baby just as tight as I can. Tonight she'll know that I'm a mighty man. Have you heard the news? There's good rockin' tonight. I said I got the news. Everybody rockin' tonight. Have you heard the news? Everybody rockin' tonight.
The magic of the Remainders is that they get to be a rock band, a royally treated rock band without having to play like one.
Rock Bottom Remainders? Who are they?
We like to define this band as a classic rock band, which means that they play the same song at the same time. Anyone else?
I'm the national
chairman of the League of the Singing Impaired, which is for, I mean, we all know who we are, and the thing to do is to be proud and to go ahead and sing anyway.
I think this fear of singing is a lot like this fear of going off the high dive. That you just have to, you lean over and you can't be thinking about the water and how cold it's going to be and the fact that you're going to drown and all that kind of stuff. And there'll be slimy stuff at the bottom. You just have to take that first step and forget about everything else and go with the feeling.
They're gone and left their happy home. They'll be jumping like mad. Said, hey, sister, ain't you glad you heard the news? Everybody rocking tonight. I said, now I got the news. Have you heard the news? I said, I got that news, baby. Have you heard the news? Have you heard?
It started for me in January when I came through San Francisco on my first book tour, and I got Kathy. And we were in the car, and I think we were crossing the bridge, and she had a tape in the machine, and I was humming along, and she's doing traffic, and she looked over at me and she said, "You like rock and roll?" And I said, "I love rock and roll." And she said, "Want to be in a band?" And I said, "Yeah." I didn't ask where, I didn't ask when.
I had an idea that our best bet would be sloppy three-chord rock and roll that everybody knew. And I asked the band members each to recommend songs that they thought we should do, and everybody sent in lists of songs they thought would be great. And then I sent everybody a list of those songs, and they had to rate them. They had to pick their 5 worst and their 5 best.
I was a little reluctant, but I'm not the only one. There were some phone calls back and forth between members of the Rock Critics Chorus saying, "What have we got ourselves into? I don't know. This is really bad. This is really bad." Because we knew, as an ex-rock critic myself, what could happen to us as performers being reviewed by the likes of us.
Well, when I got into rehearsal on the first day, and I heard
play, it was a bit terrifying, but everyone's like that. I mean, even professionals, you know, when you're putting disparate elements together. So I didn't panic too bad.
I think it's time Ridley Pearson got up here and sang something. Don't you folks think so?
Come on up here, Ridley. Tell us about your girl.
I love singing. I love the vibe in a band and getting the crowd excited by jumping around and having fun and screaming and going crazy.
I got on a city bus and found a vacancy. I thought I saw my future bride walking up the street. I shouted to the driver, hey conductor, you must slow down. I think I said, get me off the bus, Nadine. Honey, is that you? Every time I see you, honey, you're on to something new. I saw her from the corner when she turned and doubled back. I started walking towards a coffee-colored Cadillac. I was pushing through the crowd, trying to get to where she was at. Campaign shouting like a southern diplomat. Naked. Honey, is that you? Honey.
Well, I used to play in bands in high school and college. I was in a number of really awful bands in both high school and college. But we got better, and we reached the point where we would go to a gig, and we got hired a lot because we were cheap. And I think they were thinking they were going to more get the kind of band with guys wearing pleated pants playing saxophones in unison, and instead they would get long-haired college guys. And we'd come in and we'd be playing like Louie Louie, songs like that. And at first, it was a shock to them. You know, they would listen, and this was not what they were expecting. They were expecting more like cocktail music. But they'd listen for a second, then something magical would happen, which is they would leave the room.
Something new.
Rock and roll freak. I was one of the kids whose parents yelled, "Turn that damn thing off." And then I got my own music, got my own feel, and I loved it from the minute I heard it.
My love.
Well, the first rock and roll record that I ever owned, my mother bought me. This is going to date me, but it was a 78 RPM of Don't Be Cruel by Elvis Presley, you know, with Nipper the dog in the middle. And I loved Elvis, but what I think really sort of flipped all my dials into the red zone was Jerry Lee Lewis. And what I discovered was that there was a kind of music that belonged to people like me, people who felt a little bit too smart or maybe wore glasses or sort of geeky or sort of nerdy or something like that.
Even better than performing with the Remainders was having my caricature in Entertainment Weekly playing the drums, and now every one of my friends says, "You're a drummer?" And little do they know that my only claim to fame as far as music goes previously was being kicked out of my high school jug band, the Ooga Booga Blues Band.
I always wondered why Kathy picked me as somebody who might be a part of the band, because I felt I was not really musically equipped. I had taken 15 years of classical piano, which doesn't exactly prepare one for rock and roll. I had been the groupie of the Beatlettes in my high school, where I was the one who always watched them practice, you know, but never could be in the band.
Stephen King was the only Remainder I'd never met before rehearsal, and I got his address from Barbara Carr and Dave Marsh, who just thought he'd be great and told me he played guitar. I wrote him a letter. He wrote back and he said as long as nobody took it too seriously, he'd love to do it.
I thought it over and decided that 3 chords and an attitude is still a pretty good motto in life. So I said, yeah, sign me up. It'll be fun maybe. And it has been.
Cause if you ever say goodbye, I wanna hop right up and die.
When I was a kid, you played music to get girls. And I played briefly with some guys that played rock and roll. Most of my performing, what there was of it, was on a folk scene. You know, coffee house on my college campus and that sort of thing. And in the years since then, it's been mostly just me, but I love to make music.
I think that part of my job, I realized that I wasn't going to do anything great with my voice, and that it was in part showbiz, you know. We really got it, Kathy and I really got into these costumes. We went out one day and we shopped all over the place, and the idea was to get something very slinky and shiny.
You better get some insurance on me, baby. Take out some insurance on me, baby. Oh, if you ever say goodbye, I wanna walk right up and down.
I never had roadies before. I would like to have roadies forever and ever now. Just like have roadies do stuff for me. I kind of like the way they tune your guitar. The road, just rough out a column about supermarkets. You know, later on I'll come and polish it up, put my name on it. I would like that.
I brought several different sets of earplugs for this show. Different qualities depending on what I thought would end up happening with the band. And I think tomorrow I'm probably going to not wear any earplugs now. So that says something right there.
Like I know myself, I couldn't live if you would give all your love to someone else. You better get some insurance on it, baby. Take out some insurance on it, baby. Oh, 'cause if you ever say goodbye, I wanna walk right off and die. Yeah, if you ever say goodbye, I wanna walk right off and die.
Now this is the most authentic thing that we do. We're not trying to imitate or pretend to be anything other than we are, especially on this song. This is the real thing.
Won't tell you about my baby. You know she comes around.
I have a guitar at home, and I play, but only when my wife and son are not home. And I play really loud. You know. I'm just a rocking fool. The dogs have to run to completely just the other end of the house because it's not a natural thing. Dogs did not grow up in the amplified music environment. Millions of years ago, when dogs were first formed, they didn't have really loud amplifiers, and so the dogs have not adjusted well to it. But I say, the hell with them, they're just dogs. You know? Let them feed me, and then I'll be quiet.
I'm gonna shout it all night. Gonna sing it every place. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
A couple of days gone by, you sort of, either your skill level goes up or your expectations go down. And I think my expectations have gone down quite a bit since we've. No, I don't think we're really bad. I think we're like medium garage band level. But it's a little scary that we're going to be playing in front of a lot of people.
Just about midnight, she make me feel so good. I'm gonna tell you, ladies, be all right. You know she comes to my block. She comes to my street. Oh, yeah? Or then she comes to my house. Uh-huh. Or then she comes up the steps. What else? And then she knocks on my door. Okay. She comes up the stairs. Oh, no. And then she comes to my room. Oh, yeah. Or then she comes to my bed. What she do that day? She make me feel alright. T-L-O-R-I-A. T-L-O-R-I-A. I'm gonna shout it all right. I'm gonna say it every place. T-L-O-R-I-A. T-L-O-R-I-A. I'm gonna shout it all night. Gonna say it every place.
well known and people are completely familiar with their work and have grown to love them and feel like they know them from reading The Joy About the Club, from reading Everything I Knew I Already Learned in Kindergarten. And these books have really made these people stars in their own field. So then to see them as rock musicians is to just experience them in a whole different context. And all the audience brought that kind of love from reading the books to the watching and singing and play. There's an acceptance of this band just as a concept that you wouldn't have if you were actually trying to make a serious rock band out of real musicians.
Having a complete ball here. I had sent some tapes around to people trying to see if we could, get organized before we got here. I'm not sure that was necessary. Now that I see the quality of musicianship in this band, it's really something. And we, the first day, we actually had a lot of fun. And the second day, we had more fun. And today, we seem to be having even more fun.
When you're trying to tell a story, the waiter comes or something. On stage, the waiter never comes. You get to, especially if you got all this music around you, you've got something that, unless you really get bad and people start throwing at you, you can build up to something and say something more interesting than you can in everyday chat.
Well, you fall.
Tour bus was the best part because it was just like a real rock and roll band. We had a completely degenerate sleeping bus driver who we couldn't find for the longest time. He was asleep in the luggage compartment underneath the bus. Perfect. That was rock and roll.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is a song about love, death, and the senior prom. It is rock and roll. That fateful night, the car was stalled upon the railroad track. I pulled you out and we were saved. But you went running back. Teen angel, can you see me? Teen angel, can you hear me? Are you somewhere alone? Still your only love.
Tell it. Go on, Steve.
What was it you were looking for that took your life at night? They said they found my vial of crack. But your fingers tied. Teen angel, can you see me? Teen angel, can you hear me? Are you somewhere up? Am I still your only love?
We can do it, Steve. We can do it. Tell it all. Tell it all.
Just sweet 16. Now you're gone. Help Stephen out. Help Stephen out. They've taken you away. I'll never kiss your lips again. They planted you today. Angel, can you see me? Angel, can you see me? Are you somewhere out above? Am I still your only love? Teen angel, answer me, dear. Good night, everybody.
Oh my God, ladies and gentlemen, the Rock Bottom Remainders. Oh, give it up. Oh, would you like them all to come back out and take one more down before you have a lot of time? You know what? I don't think they hear you backstage. Everybody, would you like them to take a bow?
I've got a fun meter on me, and my fun meter is riding very high today.
It was an opportunity to have fun with other writers and to meet writers that we knew would have the same sense of fun, where we wouldn't be saying to one another, how do you work on characterization in your books? Or, how does plot work for you?
I just had a wonderful time being a remainderette with Amy and Tad, and in spite of all the work, which was way more than I imagined it would be, it was incredible, and I miss everybody, and I want to do it again.
All they have to do is tell me where and when. I'll be there.
So much fun. It was such a blast. I know that everybody has a good time. That we're all sort of salivating about doing it again. I just don't think that we're too cool to admit how excited we are. Rock bottom mania?
Tonight was like a chance to try and do it, because there's a level at which music is something that shouldn't be just something you consume. It should be something that you do and participate in.
You don't have to be a great singer to sing, to be a great entertainer, obviously, but you have to be able to sing better than I
So I loved it. I loved it from the beginning.
It's really been, in some ways, better than I thought it was going to be. I thought we were going to really stink, and we do, but it doesn't seem to matter so much now.
Remainders never die, and we'll prove it later on.
Critics will rinse with glasses.
A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Only with words can we be free. Talking about freedom. Remember in the slaughter. If you haven't raised your voice, time you ought to. Talking about freedom. Think of your sons and daughters. If you haven't raised your voice, maybe it's time you ought to. Talking about freedom.
this is a dirty song. The FBI thought it was. And what we'd like to do tonight is ask you to join us on the choruses as we attempt to discover whether these lyrics are truly dirty or simply ridiculous. J. Edgar Hoover never found out. The children of America thought they knew. Here we go. Oh, Louie, Louie, oh no, get her way down low. Oh, Louie, Louie, oh baby, get her down low. A fine little girl awaiting for me, she's just a girl across the way. Well, I'll take her and park all alone. She's never a girl I'd lay at home. Oh, Louie, Louie, oh no, get her way down low. Oh, Louie, Louie, oh baby, get her down low. At night, at 10, I lay her again. Fuck you, girl, oh, all the way. On my bed, and I lay her there. I met my boner in her hair. Oh, Louie, Louie, oh no, get her way down low. Oh, Louie, Louie, oh baby, get her down low. Let's give it to them right now.